Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my 24-hour challenge part 2. This challenge is a from scratch challenge that I'm trying to make 200 mil in 24 hours in one sitting. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll link that in the description. Let's get into part 2. Starting off hour 10 by doing a rune shop run. It hit reset so I could go back to the rune shops to get some runes for Viswax. I grabbed runes from Lunar Isle and runes from the Yanil Magic Guild, as I feel like these two are probably the best shops that are easily accessible. Then I went and made some Viswax. I'd done a couple of different combinations of cheap runes and I found one that gave me 80 Viswax. That's really helpful because it allows me to extend a Zerg Aura twice. So when I go and do Vindicta shortly, I can use Zerg Aura and extend it to an hour with my own Viswax. I then went on the GE and sold the rest of my runes for profit, and I actually made money even though I'm going to be using the Viswax myself. Okay, at some point when I was streaming, I must have accidentally cut off the bottom of my recording and resized it somehow. I apologize, but the bottom of each recording is now going to be cut off for the rest of this video. It's not a ton cut off, but it is a bit of the chat and one of my action bars. Sadly, I didn't notice because I was streaming and I use a different OBS to record and stuff, so I do apologize for cutting off a little bit of the chat. We'll have to make do. But either way, we went and killed some Vindicta with our Drygors and our unaugmented bandos. I used my Viswax in order to extend my Zerg Aura, and I used my Vampirism Scrimshaw that I bought for Ripper Demons to make it easier to keep my HP up with unaugmented gear. Every time I killed Vindicta, I would leave the instance and rejoin. This means that you don't have to wait 35 seconds for Vindicta to spawn. It takes about 5 seconds, so it saves a lot of time and gives you a lot more kills an hour. This way I could maximize the amount of GP and kills I was getting. Vindicta should be around 5 mil GP an hour in common loot with the gear that I have and the kill times that I'm doing, leaving and entering the instance every time. And obviously if I can get a crest or a lance, that's a lovely 40 mil in my pocket or whatever, so fingers crossed on that. Vindicta should be some hefty money, and it really doesn't have that high of a requirement to kill, so it's definitely a really good thing to showcase. Vindicta is absolutely busted right now with the price of Illajunkin components. I'm sure everyone is aware of that. The drop of all drops, last kill. Let's get it. Easy game. Give me that crest, Vindicta. I know you want to. Crest. Raw crest. Nice. Good. Selling all of the loot from that trip and the raw coin drops netted me about 4.7 mil. Which really isn't too bad when I didn't get any big drops. I wanted to do another hour of Vindicta, but there was a couple of upgrades I could grab beforehand. One of them is the Asylum Surgeon's Ring. You can reclaim it from the woman outside of the quest location for 500k. So I reclaimed my Asylum Surgeon's Ring, and I'm just going to swap to the Ring of Fortune every time I kill Vindicta to still get the luck increase. Second thing was a Max Cape instead of my Slayer Cape. A Max Cape now costs 2.77 million coins with the addition of Archaeology. So I took out 2.77 mil from my coin pouch, deposited it in the bank, and wore my Max Cape. With those upgrades, I went back to Vindicta. Oh, Zorosian Essence, close. Right, now it's giving me the Zorosian Essence. We know that it's close to giving me the goddamn lance. Sadly, didn't get any more than that Zorosian Essence, but we did make 5.3 mil in loot without coin drops. With coin drops, that probably takes it to about 5.6 mil. Then I sold it all on the GE and bought some Chronotes. The reason why I bought some Chronotes is because I wanted to activate one of my relics. One of the relics that I have is the Luck of the Dwarves one. So I wanted to put the Luck of the Dwarves relic on in order to get tier 4 luck for any type of future bossing. That way I don't need to take a Ring of Fortune to switch to. I also wanted to activate Berserker's Fury, which gives me a bit more damage when I go on lower HP. So I used up some Chronotes, spent some money to activate these perks. Didn't get anything from our 2 hours of Vindicta, sadly, but I wanted to test my RNG doing some big game hunter instead then. Maybe I could get lucky with a Dragon Matuk. Even if I don't get a Dragon Matuk, I'll make a little bit of consistent money here. Kinda like Vindicta. So it was time to test my luck for 2 hours at Big Game Hunter. If you guys don't know how to do Big Game Hunter, I do have a guide on that, which I'll leave in the description. Same applies with any methods that I showcase. If I do have a guide on them, I will leave it in the description. I actually find Big Game Hunter super fun, and it's pretty enjoyable. Because I'm a little bit ahead right now in terms of GP, I wanted to try and risk it with some like RNG drops. But if I start falling behind, I'll go do some consistent money makers like Slayer or something like that. It's always good to mix up the different ways of making money. I had people comment on the first part of this 24-hour challenge saying how runecrafting would make, you know, way over 200 mil in 24 hours. But you gotta remember that I want to showcase as many methods as I can that are used to make money alongside not going crazy, because no one really wants to runecraft for 24 hours straight. I would literally go mental if I done that. So to keep it fun, entertaining, and give a varied amount of method showcased, I'm going to be doing as much different things as I possibly can, while still trying to maintain that 9 mil or so GP an hour in order to hit 200 mil. Sadly, no Matic in the 2 hours of Big Game Hunter, but we did make nearly 8 mil from normal drops, which was way more than I thought I was going to get, which is 4 mil an hour from normal drops. Not bad at all. That was doing tier 1 and tier 2 dinosaurs. I haven't done QBD in ages. I know QBD's been nerfed with Stone Spirit's probably the hardest out of any boss, but I want to see how much money I can make with her. So I had to go get some Phoenix Feathers to make some super anti-fires. And once I had those super anti-fires, it was time to go test out our RNG at QBD. I also bought a Ripper Demon pouch because a Ripper Demon, even without scrolls, is more DPS than a Titan now because of its passive, and it deals a decent amount of damage even without the scrolls. I just used Supreme Brawler Aura for QBD. I wasn't going to use a Zerk Aura as I didn't think it was worth it. Plus, it was on cooldown anyway from Vindicta. Now it was time to do maybe an hour of QBD, maybe less if it's not very good money. I expect QBD to probably be about 6 mil an hour, so I don't think that's going to be good enough for what we want. Yeah, it'll be a consistent 6 mil, but we need like 9 mil, right? So it's not quite good enough for our goal. But at least we can have a bit of fun, kill some QBD and see how it goes. I'll probably highlight a couple of the drops for you, and then we'll do a price check at the end as well. 140k? No, it wasn't the right ones. It was Tourstals. You need to find Lanterdimes. It was man. It's kind of a shame that that's our best reward, 200k, but we're doing okay. We just need to keep up the consistent money. Magic Seed, all right. And we're getting Bruise and stuff. Bruise is still decent money. We're getting okay drops. 237k, 150k cash is a nice reward. Finally, a somewhat decent reward. 290k from the Honest Bolt Tips. It's not Lanterdimes, but we got that after 33 minutes. We got one reward that was decent. All right. Right, I think that'll be it for QBD. Honestly, QBD has given me so bad items. We've done 50 minutes. Let's go see how much money we made. 50 minutes of QBD and we made 3 mil. That's not good, man. We're falling behind our target now. QBD, no good. You've been really nice noticing our cape. Notice it, please. Dude, we've had 4 cape notices in 5 tasks. We get to pick Vile Blooms, do you reckon? Just because I kind of want to do that task. If I get Blaster Fusion Boots, imagine, dude. We're on to hour 15, which means we have done 14 out of 24 hours, and we have 10 hours left to make 81 mil. We need to average 8.1 mil an hour for the rest of the challenge. Gonna be a bit tricky if we don't get any RNG on our side, but if we're doing Slayer and stuff, I'm bound to get a decent Slayer drop eventually. Alongside going back to Vindicta a little bit later probably to try and see if I can get that Lance or Crest, as we are 2 hours dry without one so far. And even the consistent money Slayer tasks are worth doing. When it comes to Vile Blooms, all I done was kill Luminous Snagglers as fast as possible. Typically just DPS'd them down as hard as I could. I used Penance, so I didn't need to worry about any prayer upkeep. And I just prayed to RNGesus to try and get some Blaster Fusion Boots, because if I got those, it literally finished the challenge. Towards the end of the task, I actually noticed I had Spirit Weed automatically being broken down from my Cedar side, so I wasn't getting those seeds that are worth 70k, and they dropped 2. So that's like 140k drop that I wasn't getting. If you do Luminous Snagglers, make sure Spirit Weed is not getting broken down by your Cedar side. That's a lot of extra money from there. From that task that took me about 40 minutes, I made 2.4 mil. If I didn't crush down the spirit seeds, then I probably would have been looking at about 3 mil. Which isn't bad for just some money alongside the chance of Blaster Fusion boots. So time to go get another task. I don't want to do Ice Strike Worms or Rune Dragons, so I'm going to skip that. And we get Creatures of Daemonheim. That is Edamu. That is a good task. Let's get it. In order to do Edamu, I will need a AoE weapon that has extra range. So I'm going to buy a Masuta's War Spear. It is a tier 82 and it has the extra range of like a lance or a scythe, but it's much cheaper. Then I'm going to use that Masuta's War Spear in order to kill Edamu. The Masuta's War Spear was 16.5 mil, which isn't bad at all. Now I also needed to buy a cannon and cannonballs in order to do Edamus efficiently, alongside a little bit of magic notepaper for the ashes, as the ashes are worth a decent amount of money as well. So now it was time to go head over to Edamus and give it an attempt. Just like the other methods, I have a guide in the description if you're interested in how to do Edamu in the way that I'm doing. You put a cannon down, you lure them all, and then you line of sight them through the portal to get them all crowding up, come back in through the portal, and with a Vampirism Scrimshaw and an AoE weapon with melee, you can AoE them all down, keep your HP high, and deal a lot of damage and get a lot of kills an hour. Edamus are such a fun task, let's get it. I may have got a little bit happy in the next clip. I've turned it down a lot, but there's your volume warning. Oh yeah boy, look at that, we got one! I told you my Edamu luck do 19 mil. My Edamu luck every time, it comes in to shine. I love Edamus, they're my favourite task for this exact reason, dude. Oh, that's cool, what's up? That's cool, what's up? Another 20 mil. Managed to sell the Blood Necklace Shard for 18.5 mil, and then the rest of the loot was nearly 3 mil as well, so a 20 mil task is absolutely fantastic. Went to get a new task and it gave me Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are a good task, so let's get that one done. I just used my Masuta's War Spear again, AoE'd them down with an aggression pot, with my cannon, and with a Vamp Scrimshaw. Very easy to kill, you kill quite a lot per hour, and then you have the chance of, you know, getting laceration boots or a bone blowpipe add-on or something, which can increase your GP. But I believe these guys are like a 5 mil passive GP an hour as well, which isn't bad. Yeah, see, that task netted me with a 2 mil GP, and it literally took me about 15 to 20 minutes. So about 6 mil an hour is pretty nice. I got a Corrupted Creatures task, so I ended up AFK in this one, getting up, stretching, walking around, and just making sure that I was all good because I had been playing for 16 hours. Nice chill task to make some money with while being AFK. 3 keys is at 1.5 mil right now, and we're getting our loot in our chest still. Oh, 3.8 mil, that's really good. Right, let's bank it all. After that nice around 6 mil Corrupted Creature task, obviously that's not all profit, that was like 5 mil profit or something. It was time to go do some more Vindicta. I wanted to do more Vindicta, try my luck at getting a crest or a lance. This will be my 3rd hour at Vindicta. If I could get one of those, it propels me to nearly completing my goal. Oh, no way! And it's a complete go! Yes, our first kill, man! Oh, 2 hours, our first kill of the 3rd hour. We got our crest, 38 mil. Oh, I love it, man. Oh, that's so good. All right, let's take a screenshot of that bad boy for the bingo. Easy money. Let's go get our Vuln bombs that we forgot. Oh, today's a good day. Goodness, it sells for over mid as well. It's 38 mil mid and it sold for 40.7 mil. That is nuts. That is so much money. We're going to go grab our Vuln bombs out of the bank and we're going back. I continued for the rest of the hour at Vindicta. Unfortunately, I didn't get another big drop. I mean, 1 drop in 3 hours is way more than enough either way though, so I'm very, very, very happy. So in the general loot from Vindicta, we made 5.7 mil plus 40.7 mil for the crest. Take away the, you know, money for the Vamp Scrim and stuff. Made a good 45 mil. Nice. So because I'm ahead of my goal, I thought I would do an hour and a half at Big Game Hunter. I had some tier 2 meat in the bank that I wanted to use up. The only thing with hunting tier 3 dinosaurs is it's pretty much break even until you get a piece of the maul or a dragon mattock. So because I was ahead on GP, I was just kind of chancing it. Maybe I could get a very, very cheeky big drop. And I love Big Game Hunter, like I said, so I came back here using the tier 2 meat that I got from before. Unfortunately, I didn't hit the jackpot and I pretty much broke even. I had one double spawn in there as well, which didn't really give me anything special either. The only thing of somewhat value that I got in that hour and a half of Big Game Hunter was one of the player-owned farm dinosaurs. So I made about $1 mil. I don't want to spend and buy another Amulet of Souls. So I'm going to put 30 mil in the bank, and then that classes me buying my Amulet of Souls. There's no point in me buying a new one, right? Because then I've just wasted 30 mil. I just done Hellweir the same way as Vindicta, same setup, and just DPS'd him down while making sure I was rotating my defensives correctly. I have a guide on both Vindicta and Hellweir, which I will leave in the description if you want to know like their rotations and things, but they're both very good bosses to get into at like mid-tier bossing, and they're definitely useful in order to teach you the basics of like your rotations and defensives, especially Hellweir. I kept leaving and rejoining the instance to make it spawn faster as well to get the most amount of kills an hour, and it went pretty well. Oh, 666k from those Lanterdimes? That is so much money. Gotta love getting the dormant anima core. Well, that was a misroll on a crest or a wand or whatever, but hey, we got the crest from Vindicta with no dormant anima core. We're okay. Look at that, 4 mil in Lanterdimes, 6.1 mil, minus the cost of the Vamp Scrimshaw and a couple of potions and stuff. We made at least 4.5 mil, so that's pretty good. Air runes are very expensive right now, so I wanted to test out runecrafting air runes, using power burst of sorcery every 2 minutes, and using the explorer's ring to give you more elemental runes when you craft. I did it for 6 minutes and I managed to make just over $1 mil. So this is looking to be about 10 mil an hour. I thought airs might be a bit more than 10 mil, so they weren't that great, which meant I stopped doing them after the 6 minutes of testing, because I'd rather just go do bloods or natures or cosmics or whatever and I'd make more money. I fancied testing out another moneymaker that I showcased fairly recently, and that was shifting tombs for an offhand Copester of the Caridian. You also get a decent amount of consistent money in Feathers of Mutt. The consistent money will get me to 200 mil, but I may be able to get a funny big drop at the end. So I made some Shifting Tombs teleport tablets, went to Shifting Tombs, done it over and over again. All you look for are the chests because they're the ones that give you the Kopesh. I have a guide, I'll leave it in the description. Unfortunately, I did this for about an hour and a half and I didn't find any offhand Kopesh. It's a 1 in 800. Typically you're going to find one every like 6-7 hours. So I was just trying to get a bit lucky. But at least I made some consistent money in the feathers, which pretty much took me up to the 200 mil mark. We are about 21.5 hours in. So just to push myself over the end, I wanted to do something that people think is actually quite dead, but it's actually pretty good still. And that is screening soil. If you are level 99 plus with the elite outfit, you'll be able to screen soil with a decent success rate. And if you're around level 113 or 114, you pretty much have a 100% success rate when screening soil with the elite outfit. So because I'm 120, I just always screen soil and always get materials from it. The materials are cheaper now, yes, but soil is like next to nothing. So it's just near enough pure profit from all of the stuff you get. I used my Premier Club aura to bank 50% of the materials. And I used a water fiend to double materials here and there. And to my surprise, I made 9.5 mil for 1 hour of screening material. That is actually insane that it's still nearly 10 mil an hour to screen soil at a high archaeology level. It's super AFK as well and super chill, and it's still such good money. That took me over 200 mil. Which meant at the end I could have a little bit of fun and try and get a big broadcast from the couple of hard clues that I got while doing Slayer and things like that. I had 12 hard clues. So I went and I done those 12 hard clues to see if I could get something exciting to end this video out. Plus, clues are amazing. We don't have the clue carrier, so I've just instinctively clicked to reopen the hard clue. But we got 900k, we got a combo. That's pretty good, 900k, I'll take that. Right, so we're gonna open up the hard caskets. Hopefully we get something, I mean, it doesn't matter if we get something nice or not. We made 1 mil from our first casket. Let's see how much we make from the rest of our caskets. 145k, that's a re-roll. 394k is a lot nicer. 142k isn't great. 181k, what is this trash? Fortunate, that's better. 1 mil from that one. 200k. 1.3 mil from the skipping tickets. 92k. Get rid of it. 1 mil from the combo. Nice. Another fortunate there. You'll love to see it. All right. Another fortunate. 3 more to go. See if we can get something nice. A master clue with 300k, not the worst. 150k, re-roll it. 1 mil and the last one. Easy peasy. 230k, sadly not. And we got 7.2 mil plus the 1 mil we already had. So 8.2 mil to add on to that. It's not bad. It's not bad. Breaking down all of the profit at the end, it worked out to be 217.4 mil GP in total. That's me selling all of the different loot and then reselling all of the gear and whatever I used. And I ended with 217 mil cash. That was over the whole 24 hours. This worked out to be around 9 mil GP an hour on average, which is really good considering we started with absolutely nothing. Obviously, some hours we didn't get lucky, some hours we got lucky, and it evened out to be about 9 mil an hour, which is insane. Super happy that I did reach the goal, and hopefully you enjoyed this video or learned 1 or 2 money makers that you could use. Again, all of the guides and stuff are in the description if you're interested in those. Give the video a like if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3, and until next time, see ya.